All right, so today I want to explain why I believe selling AI websites is the fastest way to make your first 10K online. Notice how I don't say 10K a month, okay? I just say 10K. So I'm going to explain why that's the case, but this is coming from someone who's coached close to 1,000 people now, wow, over the past couple of years. And as you can see, people are getting results, okay? I'm not going to go to the testimonials, but this is from experience, what I've seen from people, especially people who are just starting out online, okay? So what I noticed, or at least what you should notice as well, is that any online service-based type of offer typically follows these 4 steps. You have to come up with an offer. So what am I going to sell to people? Outreach is you reaching out to potential clients. So how are you going to get clients? So cold calling, cold DMs, cold email, all of the good stuff. Sales, how do I convert those leads into paying customers? So once I get them interested, how do I close them and get them to pay me? And then I have to do service delivery. Okay, that's like the normal life cycle or formula to follow in order to make money online. Okay, you come up with an offer, reach out to potential clients, close those deals, deliver the service that you sold them. Now, the reason why I like websites and like simple offers like that is that the offer is very easy to explain. Okay, it's not like some Facebook ads where you have to explain to the person that we're going to create ads, we're going to work through leads, we're going to follow up with them. You have to put money into ad spend. I don't know how many leads I'm going to get you exactly, but it's going to be around $20. It's like a lot more complicated to explain and to sell to people. Whereas when you sell something like websites, everyone knows what a website is. Okay, so it's very easy to explain the offer, so you're not too worried or having to work around that. And then also, service delivery is very easy. Okay, to build a website, it is extremely simple. Okay, and I can show you how to do it. We typically use Go High Level. So most people would use like or before in the past, we used to use like the normal website builder of Go High Level. But now Go High Level has a tool that's called AI Studio, which is pretty cool, which allows you to create websites using AI prompts. Okay, so here's an example of a student that I work with. I actually opened it up already. So this was the client's original website. Okay, this is what they had on Google and everything. And as you can see, they're a landscaping business, but they also sell CBD stuff. Okay, so it's a bit all over the place. So I don't think I need to explain why this is probably not the best website for them. But as you can see, aesthetically, it doesn't look really nice. There's a bunch of different offers on it, which doesn't really, there's NFTs. I don't know. It's a weird client, but anyways. But as you can see, we have their website. And let's say this client reached out to us and said, hey, yes, I would like to get a new website. How do you actually do it? Back in the day, you would have to manually create the entire thing. Now with this Go High Level Builder, all you can do is grab the URL, go on Go High Level AI Studio, and then as you can see, you can just paste the link and ask the AI to recreate the website for you. All right, and again, I'm not saying it's perfect right here. I just made like a quick demo, but as you can see, it's not too bad. Like it looks a lot better than what they have at least. And also if you notice, let's say I take this picture, you'll notice there's like, this is the picture, and then if I go on their actual website, you'll see it's the exact same picture. Okay, so that's what's cool is that they pulls directly from their pictures, it gets their business information, like everything that's on the website, Go High Level will pull it for you automatically, and it really just builds the website for you. Okay, and then you can show this to your client as a first draft and then get the client's feedback. And if they say, hey, I don't like the colors or I want to change it up, you can just continue having a conversation with the AI and basically tell the AI what your client told you. Okay, and as you can see, I even added a little prompt that said, can you add an AI chat widget to the landing page? And if you look at the bottom right, you see there's a chat widget. So super easy to integrate AI as well. That's another benefit of using the Go High Level version versus, let's say, Claude. You can make websites on Claude as well. And I even made like a quick example here. So as you can see, create a website for a local Montreal pool installation company. I'm from Montreal, so I had to say Montreal. And as you can see, it made me a website. Now, is it a nice website? That's a different conversation to have. Like you can obviously modify. This is just one prompt, and I didn't give it any instructions. But as you can see, it took 30 seconds, and I have a fully built website for a client. Okay, so it's very easy to do. You can do it with Claude. I do think Claude makes nicer websites. It's just a bit more complicated to set up the backend. But anyways, all that to say is that this offer is very easy to sell. Okay, you can visually show people what you build. It's very easy for them to understand. They know the value of a website. You can install a bunch of AI stuff in it. So you can say it's an AI powered website. So it's not just a normal website. It's a website that's going to use AI to work your leads and convert them and book them into all that good stuff. And it's, easy to explain, easy to sell and everything. Okay. So if I go back to my diagram, you'll notice again, why is this the quickest way to make your first 10K? Is because you don't have to stress about coming up with a irresistible offer or a very good offer. And you don't have to stress about delivery. Okay, this is one thing I see lots of people do is they spend months and months learning, watching YouTube videos on how to build insane AI projects or how to run ads or whatever complicated offer they try to push. But when you sell something like websites, as you can see, like anyone can build a website. It's really not that complicated. Okay, so when you do that, the benefit is that you can focus on these two squares right here, which is outreach and sales. Okay, because you're not worried about, oh my God, how am I going to build a website? You know how to build a website already. So 100% of your energy can be focused on how do I get clients and how do I close them into paying clients. And what's fun is that if, let's say you sell a website for $1,000, okay, I'm just using a random number, you would need to sell 10 people. After 10 people that you close, you will now have 10,000 in your bank account, which is cool. The issue with websites is that it's not a recurring offer. Okay, these people are not going to need a website every single month, so they're not going to pay you 1K per month. Okay, you might charge for hosting fees like $50 or $100 a month, but that's not really going to drive the needle. Okay, but what it is going to do is one, it's going to put some money in your bank, which is always nice. But two, it's going to teach you how to get in contact with clients and then how to close deals. So these things, instead of becoming red being like you're inexperienced, you don't know how to do it, it might become yellow. So it's semi-good. It's better than it was before. It's not green, it's not perfect, but you are better at it. And now, when you come up with ideally a good offer, so this should stay green, but delivery might become red, okay? Because it is, arguably, if you are selling something that's 1K, 2K, 3K a month, it's typically a bit harder to deliver, okay? But now, you have a good offer, because that's something, anyone can come up with a good offer if you do some research. Outreach and sales, you gained some experience by selling this simple offer, okay? You weren't stressed about delivery, so you focused 100% of your energy on how to get clients. Now you can replicate that with a new offer where the delivery might be a bit more complicated, but it's an offer that's going to lead to you making 10K a month versus simply 10K. Okay, which is the ultimate goal of this business, is to have recurring revenue. Okay, so if you are just starting out and you're maybe struggling, with sales and outreach and how to get clients and all of that stuff, maybe consider switching to a very simple offer like, hey, Mr. Plumber, I will help you make a new website, and just cold call or outreach every single hour of the day. Trust me, if you do this for a month, you will close deals and you will make money. It's just most people don't do it. They're too lazy. They don't want to do it. I don't like to cold call. I'm scared, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you're scared, you're not going to make money. It is what it is. I'm talking for the people who actually want to see results and make money online. Okay, you do what you got to do. But at least if you have a simple offer like building websites, and especially with Go High Level now being able to do everything for you, you really have no excuse in terms of, oh, I'm waiting to learn how to build websites and then I'll start reaching out to clients. Okay, in a day, you can build a website for yourself, have your logo, have everything set up, and then the next day you start reaching out to potential clients, and you just rip phone calls every single day. Okay, and you will get people who say yes to you. And then you build the skill set. When you become better at sales, then you're like, okay, I actually know how to sell. Now that I'm closing every day and I'm making these deals that are just one-off payments, what else can I sell that's going to be recurring instead? That way, when I do close the deal, I'm going to get paid month after month instead of just a one-time fee. And that's when you switch your offer to something that's a bit more complicated but recurring. Okay, so I hope this was useful. I hope this makes sense. As usual, if ever you guys have any questions for me, you can leave a comment. Otherwise, best of luck at everything. And as usual, if you are interested in joining a performance-based mentorship, there's a link in the description for you to book a call. Otherwise, best of luck. Go crush it out there. Let's make some money, and we'll see each other in the next video. Peace.